Hi, it's the 14th of June 2018 at 1 p.m. This is actually working for me. It's amazing. I started it off as a kind of joke. I don't know whether it was a joke, but I mean, it was just, I didn't think much about it. I just sort of put something up, and something came to mind, and I put it up, and I've expanded on it and expanded on it. And to give you an illustration or an example of how it works, okay, first thing you've got to do is think like a pilot when you use this. Right? I think that's why I've made it blue up the top and red down the bottom. Okay, blue being the sky and red being the ground. Okay, and there's your horizon. Um, yeah. So, and this thing at the side here, is like a, what do you call it, altimeter, is it, or something? Yeah. So you've sort of you plop it into your mind and you think like a pilot when you're having conversations or social interactions. You don't think of as a person, being a person, a normal person. And what that does, the first thing that does is it removes any thoughts that should be simple. Okay, because you can't think of being a pilot as being simple. I mean, clearly you need to develop skills and what have you, and it's quite complex. So it immediately removes the idea that conversation is simple, because quite simply it isn't. All right. And now that I've got this, I can't even understand how anybody manages to get through the day, in all honesty, or how I ever managed to get through the day. Uh, Last night I went into my chat room, the Wild Jungle and Sexy Cams, and there was a particularly good woman in there at conversation. She's a Welsh woman, lesbian, I think. I haven't been going in much, but I was just watching her work. I say work. I mean, she's just talking, and she's using it as a social outlet. And I watched. I thought, yeah, she's asking questions. She's showing an interest in the guys. It's things like some guy will say to her, "Oh, Luby, I'm going up the shops." And she says, "Oh, okay, love. What are you going to buy?" And he says, "Oh, I'm getting a couple of cans of cider and a taco or something like that." "Oh, okay, see you back soon." And I thought, how simple is it? How easy is it to do that? It's a simple question. What are you going to buy? I'm just going to get this and that. But it's showing an interest in the guy. All right. But typically what happens is, a guy will say, "Oh, I'm going, just going up the shops," and a woman or other guys say, "Oh, hurry back." That's it. That's as much interest as they show. And nobody seems to be able to ask a question. It's always a statement. "I'll hurry back. Look forward to seeing you again soon." It's like, "Yeah, I don't exist. I'm just, yep." Yeah, but this Luby chick was, she was just saying, "Yeah, okay, yeah, what are you going to get?" And then someone said, "Oh, you're going to have a drink tonight, Luby?" "Oh, I don't know yet. I'm a bit tired." "Yeah, might do." "Yeah, talk to me later." They get together and have a drink together. It was morning time, her time, and evening time, her. But I watched her just talking to the guys, and she was just asking questions, chatting to them, and showing an interest. And when they were sort of put sex, got if they were new and they sort of came onto her sexually, she handled it very nicely, just sort of just worked around it beautifully. And it's like they were trying to drag the she was operating up here somewhere, inquiry and discussion, that level. Okay. It wasn't a laugh. She wasn't there. I'm sure she's quite capable of having a laugh, but she was moving at sort of that height there. She was flying, if you know what I mean. Okay, and then they would try and bring it down here to the nothingness where sex lives. Start talking about sex, and she just chat, and then bring it up again. And it was like, yeah, it came down, yeah, up we go again. I watched. I thought, yep, that's it. That's what she's doing. Okay, so yeah, and she kept it going beautifully. But anyway, that's not the main purpose of this conversation or this video. The interesting thing was the room owner. Now he's an architect from Denmark, 70 years old, and his name's Hans, and his name is actually Bjorn or something like that. But he calls himself Hans. For us foreigners. So anyway, I was just watching room chat. I was cooking and watching room chat, and I saw this something about Hitler and Nazis and Hail Hitler and something. And I was just sort of I was trying to stay up in the fun, entertaining region of this is because I've got this. I've got my I've got my whatever the visor down. And I'm sort of deliberately staying up in this area, fun, entertaining area. I said, "Who was this?" who was this? Hans, was this Kurt? And I said, he's not really the full quid. And anyway, a couple of minutes later, I was just joking because Kurt's sort of always mucking around, and just calling him not the full quid's not. I was just doing it in a nice, humoured, nice mannered way. Anyway, a couple of minutes later, I get no Curious, that's my name. No Trump. No, and he's into me. And it was like a fighter pilot coming out of the clouds, all machine guns blaring. Yeah, I thought, whoa! I mean, I really, I've sort of given up on politics. There's enough shit there that I've got enough shit in the world. I don't need to go to into the politics thing as well. But yeah, and then he was starting, and I was cooking. I was just having a good time. It was a good night. I was watching Luby work. I thought, gee, that's if I could get AB to do that, that'd be brilliant. We'd make a fortune. It should be just because there were 6 or 7 guys talking to this Luby. They're all having a great time. And it was just fun. It was just really. I thought, how easy is it? But it's not easy actually. She's got some skills there. Trust me, because I found out this with this the room owner coming at me. I'll get you, you bastard! I'll kill you. And I'm like, whoa. But now this is where this comes into thing. Wherever one of the first things you have to understand with this in this mode in the empath, if you want to stay flying in the empath zone, if you've got to, I don't know whether you can read it or not, but assume that the convo partner has good intentions, or in other words, he or she, is a well-intentioned person. Okay, well, I look at it, I mean, Hans sends me 25 room invitations a day. He wants me in the room to chat. It's not like he dislikes me or anything else like that. So I keep that in mind, all right? That's the first thing. I assume that he's got, underneath it all, he likes me. So that makes me think, okay, so maybe he's just watched a TV program or watched something and he's got some media narc, one of these guys, inside his head that's, getting at him, and it's not the room owner that's out to get me. It's actually the narc behind him, it's gotten inside, got hold of his brain at the moment. So that's the first thing I keep in the back of my mind. I think, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm balancing up. I know the man, so I think, yeah, okay. So something, he's just watched something or he's heard something and pissed him off and it's riled him and he's in a mood to kill. But it's not him. It's whoever's behind him that's making, it's got the, kill him, kill anyone that's... And then, okay, what they're trying to do is, as he comes out of the blue, all machine guns flying, is get me down to this area, okay? Bring me down on the ground. And that's where he's going to debate me, fight me, attack me, bully me if necessary, argue with me, okay? And see how it gets us into this us and them mentality, okay? Because it's him and all his, the team that he's in versus the team he perceives I'm in. It's like he's a part of an army and I'm part of an army. I'm not. I'm just me. See, I'm up here in, it's actually me. This is the me mentality area. I'm thinking, selfish, probably sounds wrong, but I'm thinking, I'm having a good night. I want to have a good night. I want to have a happy conversation. It's not a fun. It's not a laugh. I was in this area. That was fine for me. I was flying. I didn't want to fly to space. No, I was just happy to cruise along. I didn't want to be down here, but I was happy in this sort of mid, this level here. That was okay. Because I'm just cooking a meal, chatting, blah, blah, blah. That was just fine and dandy for me. Relatively happy. It doesn't have to be 100% all the time. No. But I don't want to be down here. But here he was coming at me. Okay, all machine guns blaring, and it was just, he was going to get me down here and get into me. You could just feel it. Yeah, debate. Yeah, we're just having a debate. Yeah, sure we are. Yeah, he and his team, his backers, which would be, both sides would be headed up by, heavy-duty narcs. Okay, they don't sit on chat sites of an evening and have a pleasant time. No, they're thinking about what they're going to do next to improve their career, improve their wealth, or something like that. And that's who's behind him. Because as he coming out of the clouds, up, out of the sun, get you here, but yeah, okay. So at first, I tried to fend off the attack with something by mentioning something about Kurt, and no, yeah, me and millions more like me, curious, can see the truth. And so I thought, right, okay, quick, and you got to be quick, all right, because they're going to, and this is on a chat site where you've got time to think. This is not as difficult as real life where it's instantaneous. But yeah, he's going to have me on the deck in in a couple of minutes, and he's going to be into me. He'll boot me and everything else, cause so much trouble, ruin the night. You know how it works. Everything's going along well, and suddenly something happens, and what the hell happened then? Everybody's left the party, upset. Yeah, it's like that. You can see it was going to happen. And this is a room owner, for God's sake. He's trying to promote the room. He busts out to get people in there, and here he is, into me with this attack. So I thought, no. I'll come at him from the empath. Right, I could get into a debate, or a sort of take that sort of attitude and get down there with him. As soon as I go down there, we're both dead. You call it a win-lose situation, but it's actually a lose-lose. Because suddenly I don't want to go back to his room anymore. He goes down in my estimation. He gets all upset. Yeah, it's actually a lose-lose situation. Up here is a win-win situation. Everybody's happy. Okay, so really I should change that to not win. It looks like win-lose. Okay, I'll win the debate, my points are better than yours. But actually the truth is it ends up being lose-lose. Okay, everybody loses in the narc zone. Okay, in the empath zones, win-win. Yeah. So anyway, I thought, I said to him, I took the view of, I didn't take issue with this, but I typed something like, and he could see me on cam, I was saying, but surely, Hans, I don't get it. What's the problem? I've just signed, this peace accord. This peace accord. Well, what do you say? What, you didn't like that idea? Now, what was he going to say to that? I mean, I could have gone on and expanded and see. I don't know whether it'll work or not, whether it's going to hold together or anything else. I wasn't particularly interested in it. All I was focused on was conversation happiness. So I went to him with trying to, with an empathetic, is that the word? With trying to find out what's in his mind with that sort of outlook. But I don't get it. Isn't that a good thing? I don't understand. That's what I was saying. I wasn't fighting him. I wasn't saying he's wrong. I wasn't doing anything like that. I was just saying you're trying to understand him. And the next thing that came out of his mouth is, we don't want any drama in the room. And no, that's a good. And I'm like, yeah. And I didn't actually get to say, well, I didn't actually start this. But he could see the look on my face. He says, yeah, okay. I started it. I'm wrong. I apologise. This is a room owner. Yeah, I apologise. I'm sorry. Look, no problems. Just, yeah. So anyway, that was it. So he flew off, and happily everybody said, the room didn't even notice, except Kurt, who just came back from having dinner himself to the to the conversation. And he says, what's your problem, curious? I said, what do you mean? He said, I've just scrolled up. So I thought, oh God, here we go, getting dragged down again. So I had to explain to him in whispers, no. It was the Hans was going off about Trump, and I didn't want to I just didn't want to go there, didn't want to know about it. So I had to sort of use you as a bit of a deflection. It's, okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay. I got confused. Yeah, sorry. So, yeah, it was all cool then, but it got a bit rock. We were up and down there for a while. But the point is, and because I had this image in mind, I kept thinking, fly. Don't get caught, don't get sucked down here, because as soon as you get the blood, you're dead. You're all dead. Okay, the idea is to get up there. I don't know if you can get up there. It's really good, and occasionally you get up there with a good laugh. But it was a lot of inquiry. See, that was the inquiry part of it. Yeah, but surely that's a good thing, isn't it, Hans? I mean, he signed a piece. Like him or hate him. Isn't that a good thing? He didn't have an answer for it, and the empathy got him out of narc zone. He couldn't really there was no answer. He couldn't answer me in any way. Like he just, given the current, there was no, look, I'm sure he could debate it, that sort of thing, get down here and die, but I didn't want it. I just wanted to get up out of there and quick, and it's fast. And there was no put down after it, I didn't even say much after it, just kept flying. And it was just, and I thought, wow, this really works. And all I had in my mind was this image. Anyway, shit, it's 15 minutes. There we go. Okay, it's been good talking to you. I want to do more with this. It really helps. It helped me. You got no idea. Anyway, talk to you soon. Bye.